whatever he meant by saying this shloka, we should understand according to him, right? He should give us the capacity in our mind, in our brain, intelligence, so that we can understand it. Shloka 26 and 27, I have combined both of them together because the meanings, the description is same. So the meaning of 26 is, O mighty armored, even if you suppose this soul as constantly undergoing birth and death, even then you should not grieve over it. And Shloka 27 is, death is sure of him who is born, and rebirth is assured to him who is dead. You should not therefore grieve over the death people. So now we'll start in these both of the shlokas. So if you guys remember last time when we were talking, we were trying to understand that what is death, what is Brahm, what is soul, and all those questions were there, right? So the Krishna is very beautifully saying in this shloka that Atma, the soul, we remember we talked about it, the Atma, the soul, is unborn, right? Which Atma Krishna was talking? The Atma which is unborn, the Atma which is entire Brahm, the Atma which is everything. Then he said, okay, we talked about that Atma, that this is the Brahm, this is the oneness, this is the Satya, and this is the Atma. It is unborn. But if we don't consider that thing as a Atma, and if we consider that the Atma lives in our body, if we consider the Atma living in our body, what lives in our body? It's the I tendency. It's the ego lives in our body. So he's saying that if we consider that that thing which lives in our body, which is inside us, that is the pure Atma, in that condition also, we should not feel hurt, we should not grieve. Because we know that whatever is there in our body, that things dies and take birth dies. And so first one, the pure Atma. Okay, if you are writing, I think everyone should write. If you are writing, make two columns. The first, the real Atma. The real Atma was what? Unborn. It never born, right? It never dies, nothing happened to it. This one was which lives in our body, which Krishna said as Jivatma, we say as I tendency, we say as ego. That one dies and take birth again. So one thing, if it's not taking birth, not dying, why do we have to worry about that one? That case is gone. Now this one, if it's taking rebirth and coming back again, then why do we have to worry about this one also? So here we can see the Krishna from the top step down to make Arjun understand. Right? Because that was maybe when the Krishna was teaching, maybe he understood that the Arjun is not able to understand. So he stepped down. He said, okay, whatever you consider as a Atma, why to think about that also? Because it's taking rebirth. So here Krishna is treating Arjun like a very common man, how the common people are, like how we all are here. Right? What we all think that when we will die, the Atma will go somewhere, then again the Atma will take a birth, and again the Atma will come. So he said that there is nothing to worry at all. Because most of the time, what we think that our I tendency, the ego is our Atma. So remember last time when we were talking about this, I told you that this is the Brahma, this is the Atma, and there is the we, right? So this one, the Jivatma copies Atma. And for example, also I told that how it works. It works like it's copying it like a celebrity. How the celebrity is there, and we try to dress up, we try to act like a celebrity, we try to do everything like a celebrity. Same way, the Atma is there, the I tendency, the mind where the I tendency is there, that always try to copies Atma. That's the mirror, right? The Atma is there, and what do we have inside us? In the five layers, also we talked about it, that we have a mirror inside us. The mirror is very dirty. That mirror always try to tell that I am the pure Atma. So that Atma, Krishna is saying, if that Atma we are, then also don't worry. We never born, so never died. This thing also you think that this is the Atma, then also why worry? You will take a rebirth will happen and you will come back again. So in this, Krishna is here trying to give example of both the situations. Because what is the ultimate Krishna's goal? The ultimate Krishna's goal is the liberation. He wants to liberate Arjun. The teacher goes different ways to teach the disciples, so the disciple can learn something. Disciple can be liberated. Do we see a ego in Krishna here? No ego. How low is the Arjun's understanding? He's stepping down and telling them that whatever you think, it's okay. Do if we go through your path also, we are going to the reach the same thing. So he's like just helping Arjun to understand it, because Arjun is facing the grief. He has so much grief, he doesn't want to fight here. So for removing that grief, so removing that sorrow, he just wants to take it away. Now, two meaning we got, one Atma, one Jivatma, right? Now, third thing we'll see here. Now, it's more subtle way to look at it. We talked about I tendency, that there is a I tendency. That I tendency doesn't let us, that I tendency we consider is like a Atma. So till now, the Krishna was blaming on the I tendency, that this is the I tendency. This I tendency is creating all the problem. But more deeper when we see, we realize that it's not the I tendency. It's the my ego, my personally. As more deeper we go, we understand it's not I tendency. It's my personal ego. It's me. I am the hurdle, right? Because how we talked about the, remember last time when I was talking about this, I told it's like a big ocean. The I tendency is considered as a big ocean. The waves come and go. The waves come and go, right? The wave is coming with the I tendency, but the wave has its own ego, right? So in this entire ocean of oneness, everywhere there is the ego. It's not we human have ego. The people who have pet, the pets have ego, right? All the animals have ego. All the animals behave according to their tendencies, right? All the plants have ego. Whenever we plant a seed, the plant always go up. What does it shows? That it's an ego, it's going towards up. Doesn't matter if there is sun or not. If the indoor plants are also there, they also always go up. So what is that? That in the five element, the I tendency is there. The entire I tendency is there. It's called in Hindi aham vritti. In the five elements, from that five elements, everyone have their personal ego. So Krishna is saying, till now we were saying the I tendency, but if we go more deeper, we'll see here that it's not I tendency, it's your personal ego. It's your personal ego which makes you hurt, which makes you ditched, right? Which thinks that people are being bad to you, right? Most of the time, what do we say? We say that, okay, I'm feeling bad. Some people said bad things to me. People didn't behave good with me. So who is getting hurt there? Only the ego. My personal ego is getting hurt. The entire ocean of I tendency is not getting hurt. My personal ego is getting hurt. What does Krishna wants here? To remove that ego part from the Arjun, so the Arjun never gets hurt, right? Before you guys started coming to these classes, you guys were so sensitive. If somebody will say something, you will start crying, complaining, all those things. Slowly, everyone one is becoming subtle, right? Many things happens now, and you guys take it so easily now. And you share with me also that, oh, this happened, I took it very easily. I did not react it. So what is that? We can say the consciousness is getting bigger inside me, or we can say my ego is coming down. Till the ego is there, the pain is there. So Krishna is making Arjun understand that till the ego is there, the pain is there. And it's not that you are only a person who is having a pain. Okay, tell me, like everyone have some kind of problem in their life. Everyone had first time fell in love with someone, right? When you fell in love with someone, what happens? You think that I am the most luckiest person. Whatever is happening to me, it's never happened to anyone. Is it true? No, right? We all know it's not true. From millions of years, this creation is going and going and going. So everybody has loved to each other. Animals have loved each other. Humans have loved each other. So the love is not new. It was always there. So hatred was always there too. So ditch was always there too. So pain was always there too. So what is new in your life? Any kind of emotion you say, those emotions are here on the earth from billions of years. Is anything new with anyone? Not at all, right? If nothing new with me, then how can I think that I am very special? We think we are very special. We think that no one should hurt us. We think that like the things are only happening to me. That's why we experience all kind of pain. But if we see is like, okay, it happens with everyone, forget it. So your ego became down. You accepted that only I am not in the pain. Maybe somebody can have a more pain, somebody can have less pain. Maybe the area of the pain, area of the hurt can be different for everyone, right? So nothing happens to us new. So when nothing happens to us new, then we are not special at all. When we are not special at all, then what is hurting here? Nothing is hurting here. So Krishna is constantly teaching him that don't take yourself that serious. Why things happen matters to you? Because you take yourself very serious. You will be like, no, only these things are happening to me. It's affecting me. My life is bad. No, many people's life is bad around. Many people are being loved and many people are facing hatred at the same time. So what happened? If somehow we establish ourselves in the self, what I'm saying here, try to understand my words. Establishing yourself in the self. It's called being Atmast. The self is here. We are saying it Atma, Atmast. If we can do that establish ourselves in the self, then all kind of problems will just go away. And look, the Krishna, like teacher like Krishna, first teaching the difficult thing, then understood that, okay, he's not able to understand. Then he stepped down and taught him the easiest thing. Okay, your way. right? Whatever you think is Atma, it will die and it will again come back. So, what is the problem here? Then, why are you having a sorrow? So, it's true that the death is real, right? I cannot say right now here in situation where we all are living that if someone is dying, the pain doesn't happen, the grief doesn't happen. It's not that. As much as our ego is less, our consciousness is bigger, coming out of that pain becomes very easy. Sometimes somebody died near, very dear to you, and you take the pain for 20, 30 years. I have seen people having a grief about it. Some people are able to come out of it very fast. So death is real. It's because it happens, right? It hurts to us. But who is experiencing that death here? Only our ego experience this, right? As much as egoistic we are, it's very hard for us to accept that someone very close to us have passed away. And why this happened? Because we are personally attached to that person so much. What did I said before? Nothing is personal here. Everything happened with everyone, right? So if we understand here, nothing is personal here, everything happens with everyone, then if a death also happened, we should not be so much sad. It's not the first time someone died. People die and people take birth all the time. Right? How, for this again, the Buddha story came to me. Remember that story when the kid was died and a lady came with the kid to Buddha, and the lady thought that only she's facing this problem that somebody so close to her has passed away. And what did Buddha told her? Go and ask for rice from a house where nobody has died. So she was not able to come back to Buddha for 2, 3 days. She went her village, the neighboring village also went. She did not find any house where nobody was died. So, what was Buddha doing at that time? Without teaching her, without giving her any knowledge, with the practical thing, Buddha taught her that only you are not special, only you are not having the pain. Don't take death too personal to yourself. Things happen, right? Anything which has taken birth will go away, right? For example, I can tell you guys, like if we put a seed, sow a seed in the ground, what happened? Every day when you see its shape and size is changing. To acquiring a different shape and size, the seed has to leave the previous shape and size. So leaving yourself and getting a different and again different shape, leaving yourself and then going towards different shape, every time when you leave yourself, it's like a death. And every time you take a new shape, it's a new birth. We all have plants in the house, right? Go and look at the plant, how it is growing. Or you can put a seedling in the transparent glass and see how it grows. That small seed died. That's why the plant started growing, right? So death happened. That's why the Gyanis, the Sant says that the death happened every second. And every second we are taking a rebirth. Dying is not a very big thing. Taking birth is also not a very big thing. It happened continuously, right? Then the question comes, why do we celebrate our birthday? Why do we celebrate our birthday? Because every second we are learning something, we are leaving behind, and we are going forward. We are leaving behind ourselves, we are going forward. Every minute that change is happening in our life. So this decaying, this dying, if we understand that, And then we understand that every second we are changing, nothing will hurt us. So Krishna tells here Arjun that look around everywhere and see that everything is taking birth and everything is dying. Nothing big deal here. These things are very common. So this was Shloka 26 and 27. Any questions? I can take question answers. Yeah.
With the analogy, I'm trying to understand the difference between I tendency and personal ego.
Yeah.
You gave an analogy of
Mm-hmm.
ocean, but I'm still trying to understand those two things. Difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is that? Like what? The I tendency and ego you want to understand, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Personal ego versus I
Personal ego
tendency.
and I tendency, right? So the ocean, the big ocean is that the oneness which we call that this is the oneness, this is the everything, that ocean is considered as made of I tendency. In Hindi, it's called aham vritti. Aham is ego, right? It's all made of I tendency. In that I tendency, the big ocean of I tendency, anything which take birth, we, animals, plants, anything which take birth, it's like a coming up and going down. Then coming up and going down. When something personally comes up, that is the pure ego.
So are we, in another way, are we also saying that us taking birth, us dying, it's almost like a small wave coming and going in
Yeah,
this
yeah,
whole
yeah,
ocean,
yeah,
not a big deal at all.
yeah,
We are
yeah,
here for a brief period and we just
yeah,
leave.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So first, this example I read by Vivekananda in one of his book, and I liked it so much that okay, the description is so easy to understand. Any of us can imagine an ocean, right, and understand that okay, this is the how the body comes and goes. Then I read it in one of the books also that okay, so one of the Upanishad also the description is the same. That is the description, how things came out, how things went back. So main teaching is what here? Bring your ego down so nothing hurts you. Why are you worried about that who is going to die in this war? Arjun was worried about his family, right? His family and his friends and everything. So the main thing is that don't get worried too much. Things will happen. Take it very easy. And I know this chapter 2 and these things are very hard to understand. So be free to ask questions. Right? Be free to ask questions.
So I have a question. Yeah, I
Sure.
have a question. So yeah, it's very hard. So we should not have ego, or it should be minimized. Like, let's say, for an example, Krishna
Mhm.
himself, in
Mhm.
some of the situations, showed that he had the paramigo, you can say that, because at the situation when he take the oath that he will, in the Mahabharata Yuddha, he will never be like, he will never use any weapon, he will never
Mhm.
fight.
Mhm.
But there is an instance when he got so angry on Bhishma Pitama that he
Mhm.
took the वो रथ का पहिया लेके, and he started
Yeah.
he gave warning. And not just that, like Jarasandh,
Mhm.
to Jarasandh he gave that if like Jarasandh used to abuse, used to use the bad words for him, and he gave him also warning if he will do it this time. So the thing is, it seems that that Mahatma also have that in him, that
Mhm.
getting
Mhm.
angry, getting hurt.
Yeah.
Like, that's what the response was, right? I mean, it's very hard to, I know that we all have ego, but what is the what Krishna is trying to teach. Because if there is no ego, there is nothing. There is no world. There is no desires. There is no wishes. That's what I mean, I don't know much, but yeah, that's what I always wonder. This is my questions, curious.
Yeah, yeah, a very beautiful question. So, what I'm here telling you, first you have to understand that, right? So, I told that Atma is this one thing, right? Which is Brahm, which is pure, which is everywhere. So, we talk
Mm-hmm.
about Atma in Advait Vedanta. We say that it's the oneness, the Atma, the consciousness is everywhere. Okay, that's one thing, everywhere. We say that the God is everywhere. That God, that Atma part is everywhere. Okay. Now, what are we? We are in the ocean, right? The waves are coming and falling down. Whenever a wave is coming out, the wave wants to merge into oneness. Pure oneness, which is the Atma, which is the Brahm, the soul, the Jivatma, what we are, we come out and we want to merge into that Brahm.
Right.
Right? That's the ultimate. So for a Krishna, we say that the Krishna was pure Brahm. So whatever Krishna's Jivatma was, that was merged into pure Brahm. He was one with the Brahm. Right? We consider Krishna as a Brahm. In that stage, it's never nowhere written that you cannot get angry, you cannot scold, because now see the level of operation. In our level, in the level of the ocean of I tendency, the emotions operate. Okay?
Yes. Yeah.
We do things by getting emotional. And at that level, the intelligence operate, which is called pragya.
Mm-hmm.
At this level, somebody said something to me, I got hurt. I yelled, I fought, I cried, and I did everything, this level. In that level, if it's necessary, I will stand and I will make Mahabharata happen, because that's the need of the humanity. It's nothing personal with Krishna. Whatever the Krishna did, it was to establish the dharma, right? So it's never said in anywhere in Sanatan Dharma that you should not get angry. Why should not you get angry? If somebody is doing something bad to you, you should get angry, right? But the level we need to understand is the level of your mind and emotion, or the level is the pragya, the pure intellect, the vidya. Like the vidya has two parts, avidya and vidya. So real
Right.
vidya. If we are operating at that level, then yeah, you can do
Yeah.
anything to preserve. So whatever he did for the preserving things. And now
Right.
look
Right.
at Krishna. In your question only, I'll give the answer. You said that he took an oath with his ego that I'm not going to use any weapon. Right? He said that I will not be participating in the war. When it was needed, he broke his oath in a minute. So what is the value of words here? At the level of emotion, we value our words so much. Bhishma Pitama, at the level of mind, took an oath that I will just protect the uh, Sinhasana, I will be protecting the king.
And he
He
never got married,
did
yeah?
not, yeah, he did not protected Draupadi,
Yes.
right? Because he was operating at a level of mind. But if Krishna came and he protected Draupadi, because at the vidya level, intellect level, whatever you will do, that will be right. That will be the dharma, the real dharma. The real dharma doesn't mean that I will stick to my words all the time. The real dharma means I will see around and see that what is the right step for me to take. He looked around and he thought that saving Draupadi is necessary. Now killing the Bhishma Pitama is necessary. Whatever necessary was, he did that. He never stick to any his words. Why do we stick to our words too much? Who is there who is sticking to our words? It's the ego, right? Oh, I said that. I have to do that. What is this I here? That I should come down, right? That I should. So how it works? It's uh, like it's 5 layers of body, right? The mind operate at the third layer of the body, and here I'm talking the tip of the fourth layer and the fifth layer, the Anandamaya Kosha, where the right Vidya enters into you, and that thing gives you bliss, and you operate at that level.
Right.
Yeah, maybe Rohit, you can post that the picture of the 5 layers, so maybe she can get what. So, like 5 layers, if you understand that, then it becomes very easy to understand that which level we are talking here, and
Right.
which level the Arjun is operating. The Arjun is operating right now at the body level, the Annamaya Kosha. He just wants
Mhm.
to protect himself, want to protect his family, the survival mode. Doesn't want to fight here.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so it's a different, and it's a so whatever I teach, I take everything from Upanishad and Gita. So like
Right.
very authentic, very authentic. It will be hard, it will be tough, but it will be ultimate truth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.